So I'm rescuing this bloke in big surf, and on the way back in, I send him down the mine.
Yeah, he's done a good nosedive.
So we stay in between the flags. There's a lot of water moving out there today.
Spreading resources across Bondi's 1 kilometre shoreline requires careful strategy.
There's a catch-22 with rescuing people sometimes. Sometimes if you jump the gun, you're taking a resource off the beach and something else could happen elsewhere. Or you hold back and that person just gets real bad. 1 minute they're, you know, climbing the invisible ladder, next minute they're like a tea bag going in and out of the water, so seconds count.
At the middle of the beach, Maxi and Hoppo identify 2 swimmers in a rip.
You're stuck in the middle of the rip. If you swim across, you'll be able to get in.
Hoppo wants Maxi to hold his position.
I was trying to advise them to let them drift a bit further because they were floating towards the sandbank.
From my angle, it looked like they were going to end up straight out the back. It looked like they were panicking a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to go in for...
Yeah, you can't afford to have a wasted trip.
You're going to be standing before he even gets it.
We need all our resources on the beach, ready to go when we really need it.
Barely in the water, and Maxi is questioning his decision.
As I'm paddling out there, I knew that they were sweet. You know, you run in like David Hasselhoff from Baywatch, you know, everything just stops, everything's in slow motion. Mid-paddle, you know that these people are sweet, and you think to yourself, why am I here? What have I done?
He's looking around for him, but as I predicted, they were standing up on the sandbank and walking back to shore.
See, Maxi should have waited another 2 seconds. Get wet.
I was a bit embarrassed, like when you fall over in the street, you want to jump straight back up, you want to shake it off and pretend nothing was wrong. So kind of headed out the back and caught a wave in and acted like I was going out there to catch a wave.
The golden rule of lifeguarding is when you go out for a patient, you bring them back to shore.
Not go out, get brushed and paddle and get a wave in and act like nothing happened.
Lucky there's a bank there.
The only thing worse than coming in empty-handed is having your boss there to see it.
I hate being brushed. Coming in with nothing, it's humiliating. It's not ideal.
He owes me a case for that if you go out and don't bring someone back.
Sorry, mate, I'm sorry. I learned everything off him. I learned everything.
Yeah, and as we can see, he's still learning.
The big swells have been pounding Bondi for a couple of days now.
Perfect conditions for rescues. The swell's up, the sun's out, and the rips are roaring.
Mate, you've got 2 guys in the rib.
They could be lucky. It kind of like flashes and pulls out, and it backs off.
Yeah, you're up, standing by. They're in a terrible spot. I'm gonna go for a paddle.
They're not coming out for a paddle.
Yeah, copy, mate. Sweet. Just had a couple of swimmers, just went out a little bit too far and they've just been dragged out in a rip, and Chapo's going to go out there, paddle, see if they're all right.
These boards aren't designed to go through or under big waves. It makes our job more difficult to get out there, but we do a lot of training on them.
Hey, boys, you all right?
We often get a hand from the board riders. The surfers know when the surf's bigger that a swimmer out of their depths, they're not going to get back in. If they see somebody in trouble, they'll go and ask them, are you okay, mate? Do you need a hand?
Mate, there's a bit of a set approaching. We've got 2 guys in the rib. Chapo is got one on the board, and the other guy's just hanging onto a leg rope of a surfer.
Just in case something else happens, then worst comes to worst, you can paddle back out.
It'll be good watching them come in.
Getting back in, you have to be wary of sets coming and breaking on you.
Missed that one.
Because you've got somebody who is not a good swimmer, and the last thing you want to do is throw them over a big set head first into the sand.
He could be on for a wave on the head here.
So I'm rescuing this bloke in big surf, and on the way back in, I send him down the mine.
Yeah, he's done a good nosedive.
Sending someone down the mine is basically throwing them over a dumping wave head first into a sandbank.
Yeah, it wasn't the textbook rescue. He had a bit of a nosedive, lost his patient, but good result in the end. He got them all back in.
We got smashed.
Good workout.
I got nosedived down at the mine. And he's gone. He just wanted to get straight out of here. It wasn't my finest rescue, but, you know, it was a rescue nonetheless.
4 weeks into the job, 18-year-old Noah is desperate to perform his first rescue.
Yeah, it is a bit frustrating. You see all the other guys doing rescues and you want to prove that you can do them as well, especially as a trainee. You want to show that you actually have the skills to be there.
As Noah patrols the middle of the beach, in the tower, Mouse spots a bodyboarder in trouble.
There's a bodyboarder to her south end of the bank. Mate, she's freaking out, eh, bro? Oh, no. Late rescue. He's going the complete wrong direction.
A good Samaritan beats Noah to the woman.
A fellow bodyboarder went out and just threw her onto a wave. She's stoked about the bloke. She's not even speaking to Noah.
I got heavily brushed. She was panicking, and then that local boogie boarder came out and helped her. But got brushed.
Hoping for a second chance, Noah doesn't have to wait too long.
Clinging to a board with that little right-hander is.
Noah's on his way in, mate.
Noah's just gone out and he went for the wrong guy.
He's coming in empty-handed.
I think Noah's gone out for the rescues and hasn't ended up doing one of them, so I think he's a little bit disheartened, but you got to be tough on the young fella.
I was brushed again. I've been brushed for 4 weeks straight. Haven't done a rescue. It's been very sad. I'm well and truly ready. Third time's lucky, maybe, or maybe I won't get brushed.
Yes, sir. I have a friend out there. He may be tired.
Where is he?
He is straight ahead, way out there.
What's he doing out there?
We went too far.
Bondi Central.
See that guy on the bodyboard?
It's
about
like
50 metres out.
He needs help.
Yeah, I've got him. That looks like 200 to me. Jethro will go for a paddle.
Copy, mate.
Every time I go for a rescue, I get nervous because I know the boys are going to be looking at me and going, how's he going to do? You happy with that? Yeah. There's no way I've rescued anyone that far out.
It's a mystery why Gino from Texas is over 200 metres from shore.
I don't know how we've got out so far because there's no rips pulling him out.
But Azza thinks he knows the answer.
What's he got, a GoPro on his board?
Yes.
I'm not sure yet. It's kind of scary.
So what, he's gone videoing himself, ended up out the back, most probably unaware, filming himself.
We've been out here for a while. I'm kind of stuck. And as you can see, I'm pretty far out. Probably the farthest I've ever been in the ocean.
Do you think he's panicking right now, or?
A little bit.
Yeah.
As well as being 200 metres from shore, Gino poses another problem for trainee Jethro.
I got out there and the guy was at least double my weight. He's a big Texas guy. He's about like 6'3", maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He's 70, maybe.
The little lifeguard we've sent out there, he's a trainee. He's probably about 70 pounds.
What's your name, man? Thank you, bro.
I struggled getting him on the board. I think we might have rolled it twice. So that was some negative points there.
Not only does Jethro have his work cut out, but every senior lifeguard on the beach is watching.
This is going to take a while.
After 2 failed attempts to get 120-kilo Texan Gino on the rescue board, Jethro shifts to plan B.
The best way to get him in was just him holding onto the rope and paddling him in. The tow technique, it's a bit slow, especially with a guy of that size.
So
a massive weight difference between Jethro and the big Texas dude. His little chicken arms can't tug the big bloke in.
It's a hard rescue when you got to paddle them in that far against the wind.
Thank you, man.
Ronnie, Lifeguard to Bondi. We got a board rider off the back of the pool. He's waving his thumbs over.
Yeah, they'll be going to pick him up for sure.
Okay, copy, mate.
A heavy swell pushes into the exposed beach.
The Nori swell just sort of angles in and it bounces straight back out that rip, and it's so strong.
An inexperienced surfer has been swept half a kilometre out to sea. As the tide drops, it exposes Bronte's dangerous reef. Bacon heads out. He's quickly followed by volunteer lifesavers.
Mate, the clubbies here just launched their IRB. I don't know if they're going for the same thing.
Yeah, looking at them now, it looks like they're going over. We should be okay then.
Just their way out. How do you get out that far?
We've got a race going on between Ronnie IRB and Bacon.
I'll put my money on Bacon.
It's man versus machine to get to the surfer.
Yeah, I think Bacon's won the race. Thanks for that anyway, Bondi. We won't need the jet ski.
The surfer is transferred to the IRB for the trip to shore.
Oh, legend.
Bacon charts a safe course back away from the reef. But the rescued surfer is being taken on a far more dangerous path.
Oh, they're going to get slow. They're going to hit the reef.
The rescued surfer could now be in much bigger trouble.
He's just behind the boat. Yeah, no, they're there.
Luckily, the only casualty is the boat captain's pride.
I was having lunch in the back room and I heard people roaring.
It wasn't the ride Brazilian surfer Jose was expecting.
Did you hit any rocks? No. My board new. I was lucky, man. Lucky twice. I caught a wave out the back, and by the time I turned back around, there was people scattered across the rocks. Pretty bumpy coming in, but all good now.
There's absolutely no way through there. It's just rocks. Then it goes into the bogey hole, so they were gone from the start. Never seen that in 34 years of life living here. I haven't seen that done before, so it was pretty impressive.
It's the first time I rolled the thing in 5 years.
Oh man, it was a good day to do it. It's a great day to do it.
Obviously, a lot of people around the coastal walk have seen it because the fire brigade, ambulance have all been called. But now it's all over. Everything's okay now.
All over, except for an uncomfortable march past Harries.
There's the captain who signed off. He's going down to the ship.